Right, happy tropical Easter. Well, it's not quite tropical, but it is very nice. It's been very pleasant the last few days. It's Easter Sunday now. It's about 4 o'clock and I'm treating myself to a beer. I've just finished for the day in the garden. You get to a point where you think that's enough. So what have I done? If you remember, or if not I'll tell you, there used to be in this centre bed, I won't say large but a medium size Phoenix Canariensis and Cordyline Pink Passion. So I've took them out. They're up here. They are now in pots for now. See how they do. I did break a lot of roots getting them out. When they get to both of these plants, when they get to a certain size, you're gonna get some deep roots. It's got over a foot of trunk on, clear foot of trunk on there. So yeah, they're in pots to see if they deal well with the pulling about. If they don't, they'll die and get chucked out. But if they're okay, then I will look into transplant them somewhere else. Doing lots of propagations as well. You see these are just sitting on the gravel filter here to my pond. This is all the pink chinas I've been propagating. That's not all of them either. I've got some in the greenhouse. So I've got plenty of them. So let's have a look at the centre bed now. Well, we've remulched rounded Paragebaea. I've got some of the dwarf cannas starting to come up there. I dug out, had a large bird of paradise canna in the centre of this small area, which I've totally took out, and put this Amorphophallus in instead, or corpse flower if you like. This is supposed to be the giant one, so we'll see. And obviously remulched this. We've got a Cleopatra canna each side, which you can see the new growth on that. Got some burgundy stem colocasia, which was left in over winter, so that's started to come back. So yeah, we've got some medium-sized cannas at the back and colocasia at the front, and then the palm bed itself. Like I say, the two large Canary Island date palm and the pink passion cordyline were just a bit too big. I mean, you expect plants to grow obviously, but they start to dominate, and with the rest of the palms being small, they were sort of getting drowned out a bit. So we've opened it up anyway, so the Jubea get a lot more light now, and the rest of the palms as well. So where the Canariensis was, any guesses? That is a purple Cocosmia, not Cocosmia. The name escapes me. Pineapple lily. So yeah, this is a large purple one, so that'll give us some colour in the centre there. Where the cordyline was, I've left that empty for now. I'm not sure what's going to go in there at the moment. I quite like a bit of space around the palms just to highlight them rather than getting overgrown with other stuff around them. I was toying with the idea of putting the fishtail palm. I've got a potted fishtail palm, maybe about 3 foot, 3.5 foot. So if I sunk the pot into the ground, that might look quite nice there. Still thinking about that one. Yeah, this banana is a problem. That is the remnants of that round raised bed there. Used to be my banana island. Used to have, I don't know, clusters of bananas in there. But that's too exposed, and the wind shredded the leaves too much, so I took them all out. Hence that's why I put the Power Jabea there, because it's a bit more wind tolerant due to being a sort of mountainous palm. So yeah, this banana was shot up from the side. I did try and cut it down last year, or try to get the roots out, but the roots sort of go underneath, so if you dig down, it's just a big curve. So to get rid of that, I'd have to cut it down and just lose it all together. So I'm still thinking whether to leave it or cut it down and lose it. I mentioned in my last video about putting the Thailand giant Lutecacia in this pop-up greenhouse. And I have done just that. This is one I was growing it indoors. So it's now opening a new leaf. The old leaf is starting to droop a bit, but obviously it weren't used to full sun. But this is not a plant I mess about with trying to acclimatise to the light, because they chuck out leaves so quick once they get going. It doesn't matter if you lose the old leaf. As a new leaf open, that'll be already used to the sun. So at the back, for height, I've planted some sweet corn, so a sort of a edible crop as well. And I did make the mistake of, I've been doing some ricinus seedlings, and I whacked them in the back. Of course the slugs have already attacked them, so I put a load of pellets down just in this area, so shouldn't affect any native wildlife like the hedgehogs and that, due to the fact that it's enclosed. So hopefully it should just protect the plants that are in here. So that's bent right over that little ricinus seedling there, so we'll see how that does. If not, I'll forget it and plant another one. I've done about 30 seeds. I did do one this side as well, which is again been attacked by the slugs by the looks of it. But that's the idea anyway. So some tall sweet corn at the back, colocasia in the middle, and I've got some standard green colocasia either side. So the Thailand giant in the middle, the big one, some smaller ones either side, a nice croton in the middle. I have got a couple of little pots in here as well of other colocaceas just to get them going, bit of heat. You can see, you've got to be careful. I've got a little temperature gauge in here that did get to 45, nearly 46 degrees. Currently nearly 30 degrees, so I'll just leave the door open a little bit just to let some breeze in, but that does help with the heat and humidity. So that's what's going on there. So obviously that will just stay in place until the nighttime temperatures warm up a bit, and hopefully that'll get its roots down in that time and look good for the summer, if we have a decent summer. Right, so that's obviously not all I've done over the last few days, but there's lots of sort of background little jobs, tidying up and whatnot. So that is just the points of interest, if you like. I did plop in the ground this Brugmansia. I think that's just a white flower. These are just some of the cannas I've been propagating. I haven't counted them, these are all different varieties. We've got Tropicana Gold, Standard and Tropicana Black, and we've got banana cannas, or Canna Musifolia if you like, and we've got some Bird of Paradise cannas there as well, so they're all starting to grow. So I may chuck some back in the ground. I've already left, really the ones in the ground that I've left are the ones I want to keep, so they will all be up for grabs shortly as soon as they start to grow. Yeah, not too long a video today, just a quick look round. We did, was it last week or the week before, we had a couple of cold nights and I didn't think we had any frost, but obviously we did, because that did kill the brown off the banana leaf here, but it's pushed out a new one, or starting to push out a new one anyway. So that is what's going on there. These cord lines, obviously pretty big. I just noticed, I mean you do find the seedlings everywhere in the garden. So I'm maybe about 20 foot away from them at the moment. And just out of the corner I noticed another one pop up here. Next to these lilies coming up. So that's going to have to come out. Don't want that growing there. These lilies are nice, but we've had a heck of a lot of the old lily beetles on them. I've been spraying them nearly every day and picking them off, but they've been attacking. So hopefully they'll grow through that. So yeah, literally every day I come out, I pick off as many as I can and then spray the plant. Some insecticide just to stop them, because they will decimate your plant. I mean the amount I had on there yesterday morning, I came out and there must have been 20 on there. Unbelievable. So yeah, just a few points of interest in the garden. Not really seen any growth on the Trachycarpus I transplanted in November. The main thing I was looking at, there's a small spear in the centre here. That's the one I'm watching. It's got a little curve where it's come out with the last leaf, and I haven't really seen that move yet, so that may be the fact that I'll just sit there for a year or so to get its roots in before it starts growing. But other than that, everything's looking pretty good. Got the tree ferns in pots there. Absolutely kept all their foliage through winter. Really nice. And arid bed. Oh, this is what I done yesterday. I moved some plants out. There's a little cactus patch at the end of the garden. I'll show you it in a second. That's been totally emptied out now. So any cacti I did want to keep, I've put in here. So a lot of the little ones like this, they've all gone in. and the Warfia, which has been totally hardy. Been outside for 4 years for all the winters. Absolutely fine, grown really well. So yeah, let's have a quick wander down and see where the old cactus patch was. And what I'm planning to do is I've just emptied these cold frames. I'm going to get rid of them shortly. I might scrap them because they've done alright. They've lasted 4 or 5 years, but a bit of a pain storing them, moving them about. So I'll probably dismantle them. Right, so this was the old cactus patch, which, as you can see, I've started to dig the soil out. Used to be a really sunny spot here, but morning sun is taken up by the big Phoenix canariensis, and the afternoon sun is now blocked by these. As you can see, the sun's behind them at the moment. So what used to be a really sunny spot has become quite a shady spot. So this is going to be this little raised frame I'm going to take out, all the cactus out obviously, and start digging it out, and I'll level that off, and this will be a little area to start with until I figure out what I'm going to do with it, just to put the palms up and keep it indoors over winter and in the summer house. And I'll, because it's quite shady, hopefully acclimatise such palms in this area, so that will be potted palms until I figure out what I'm going to do with it. So on that note, I have got some palms out already. So this is the big Livingstone chinensis. I say big, it's fairly big. It's 4 plants in that pot, so that's sort of getting used to the lateral light. It gets a little bit of filtered sunlight during the day, mostly shade. Same with the split leaf philodendron there in the pot again. So they're acclimatising to the outdoor conditions, tucked away in a corner. They should be fine. And also over here, pulled out some others. So we've got Kentia palm, or 2 Kentia palms, and a couple of the Nico New Zealand palms there as well. So they are quite shade loving when they're smaller anyway. So this is again a shady spot, gets a bit of filtered sun in the morning. Hopefully we won't get any leaf burn on them because they're starting to look quite nice. Right, I think that'll do it. So from a very sunny, pleasantly warm bank holiday weekend in Suffolk, thanks for watching. I'm gonna get my beer because I left it behind, and we'll catch you on the next one.